Episode 263 of the VIG Lounge, where we're going to be doing another installment of an album and a game. This time, I've gotten permission from guitarist and vocalist Armando from the Kuwaiti-Canadian progressive rock band Derev to react to their album live. So we're going to be playing some skate and listening to some Middle Eastern-themed progressive rock. Just to kind of give you guys a brief overview, Armando and his friend Michel originally met each other in Kuwait and then moved to Canada, specifically Toronto, to form the band. And this is their second album, Troubled Mind. Also rounding things out on the instrumentation end of things is Stan on bass, who's described as the backbone of their sound, along with keyboardist Ran. And I actually heard one song off this album already called Tides of Time, and that's what got me interested in them. It's got a really neat progressive flavor, and you can hear the Middle Eastern influences in the instrumentation as well as in the vocals. The album also tackles various forms of mental illness, whether they be temporary conditions or more permanent conditions like schizophrenia and depression. So, with the preamble out of the way, let's get right into the album with the first track, Buried Voice, and let's take it all in and watch some people get hurt. I love that little 70s keyboard sounding intro into this very bass-driven riff.
Come forth, troubled brother, step outside yourself, confined by your own notions. You hold the key in your hand.
So far, even in the first verse, it's got a very welcoming sound to it. Because a lot of us are troubled, so it's nice to hear, something tackling mental illness and allowing, a positive escape.
Brother, let the truth sink in. The lies you live are bearing, a villain born with.
Oh, that was an interesting glitch.
The bitter guilt you're hiding now unfolds, piercing through your soul. The voice of conscience you ignore, rise to vacant stone.
So far, this reminds me a lot of one of my favorite progressive rock bands, the Swedish band Soen. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were influenced by them. But if not, that's totally fine as well. Oh, that's a really smooth solo. I like the sound of that. And it doesn't take away, from the song's main riff, which is nice too. The vocals get a little more anguished as the song goes on. The verse. And this song is very relatable. I mean, how many times do we try to get away from the buried voices of our conscience or maybe our negative thoughts? So, this, I love that they went right back into the intro keyboard part as well. kind of slower, brooding solo. Actually thought my glitch fall was going to be the one that won it, but I'm kind of glad it didn't.
Blinded by my soul and pride, didn't realize I'm lost in a void, forever crawling beneath this burden.
Oh!
Now I see the sun and the damage I've done.
You know what? There's a lot of inner reflection in this song as well, just based on some of the lyrics. You know, seeing the damage maybe that you've done, where you might have hurt, you know, maybe the people that you've hurt, or the damage that you've done to yourself. And, you know, it can be scary to face the negative consequences of your life.
I face what I become, a hideous enough frail who can't go on.
And it's also kind of neat in the vocals too. Hear a little bit of Serge Tankian in the way that certain words are accented, and that's never a bad thing for me. Oh, that's a really cool bass part. Aggressive drum part fading into the slower section also is really well done. You know, it kind of encapsulates facing a storm, and then this part here sounds like, you know, your moment of clarity when the storm passes. So I like what they did here a lot.
Come forth, troubled brother.
Back into the first verse.
Let your truth sink in.
With a little more kind of tired and melancholic sound to it.
Your own notions. You hold the key in your hand.
This nice soft lead part. It's allowing every instrument to shine, maybe more of a minimalist capacity, but it's done really well. Like, that was a fantastic opening song. I genuinely enjoyed that, and I feel it's a great way to kind of ease someone into the album, especially as they're saying that they get into more complex mental health issues as the album goes along. So this is track 2, Cyclone, and this is a first time listen for this track for me, as well as buried voice, actually. So
soon as I am still, it starts without a warning, fills my head so I can hear.
Like these kind of soft whispering vocals to start.
Relentless, berating, persistently.
Now it sounds like there's some layered vocals as well.
My head and argues everything. voice that pulls me under, hides behind my eyes.
You know, as someone,
Takes me
you know, who does deal with depression in myself, hearing something like that, you know, a voice that pulls me under and, you know, being behind my eyes, it's true, you can really struggle inside and then put on that brave face on the outside. These lyrics really capture that.
Chasing me down, down where all my demons lie. You won't succumb. Won't see who I've become. Kept me locked inside these walls, parading my false soul around me. The pain of customs, the lies I've always covered are in my head, undeniably.
You know, this is a very kind of minimalist riff, but it captures the feeling very well.
On my way up to the sky, remain forever there, running circles in your head. You won't let go, won't give up, chasing me down, down where all my demons lie. You won't succumb, won't see who I've become. Kept me locked inside these walls, parading my false soul around me.
You know, it has this kind of very sad undertone to this song, and then there's almost moments of perseverance in Armando's vocals, and then right here, just, you know, very smooth, minimalist solo, but it adds so much to the song. And I know I can't help moving my head to this while I'm playing, so apologies if you see this a lot. It's hard not to get into it. Oh, I like that guitar tone a lot. We're gonna go to a different level here.
You won't let go. You won't let go.
Definitely reminded of Soen, and again, that is not a bad thing at all. I would certainly recommend this album thus far to anybody who's a fan of the band like Soen, or even the band Pattern Seeking Animals, as I completely botched what I tried to do there. But that is 2 songs in, and wow, they actually do a great job, you know, with Cyclone, capturing those negative thoughts and feelings of depression, both in the lyrics and in the music itself. Let's see if we can do a little better this time. Oh! Going on to track 3, which is Crawl Space. Oh, it's got a bit of a string section. Hear a little bit of what sounds like violin or cello. Oh! It has a bit of a haunting vibe to it. Oh, I like that it had a bit of a build-up, but now the drums are kind of driving the build-up into the actual instrumental part of the song.
I'm getting lost inside my own mind.
How many of us can relate to that? I know I can. And that riff's got a very driving quality to it, which is neat.
I'm losing grip on what's real and what's not. Round and around an endless trail I run. Round and around, my sanity is gone. The chaos within keeps raging on, falling into space. Can't escape this maze.
Is that a bit more of a chaotic sounds and instrumentation? So you know what? That actually works for the lyrics. Really enjoy that bass part as well.
I don't know how to go on. My head is light and my body's numb.
You know, I view that as a physical manifestation of anxiety.
I feel someone too scared to face this freak that I've become. Round and round an endless trail I run. Round and round my lunacy takes on. The dread won't end now, it's begun. Falling into space, can't escape this maze. Walls are getting high, I'm running out of breath. Stuck in my own thoughts, help me break this chains, get me out of this mind.
You can really, you know, feel that anguish in how the lyrics are being presented here. And it really does feel like, you know, you're running a maze when you're trying to get away from those negative thoughts. And I really like the sound of the bass here. And it's complemented very well by this guitar riff too. And you can definitely hear in the riffing, it does have a Middle Eastern flavor to it. I've noticed that actually in various parts of all three songs that I've heard thus far. So it's always always awesome to hear a band, you know, that maybe lives in a new country but is still able to incorporate elements of their own culture into the music. So that is definitely a high point for Derev thus far.
Falling into space, can't escape this maze. The walls are getting high, I'm running out of breath. Stuck in my own thoughts, help me break these chains, get me out of this mind.
You know, it really invites you to want to sing along with the lyrics.
Get me out of this mind.
The only reason why I'm not is because I'm trying to make sure that I talk about each track. But I'm really enjoying it this
Get
far.
me out of this mind.
And how many of us wouldn't want to escape our own mind having these negative thoughts, right? Really enjoying this riff as well. So really nice, like heavy mid-bass drum part here to accompany the riff as well. And I think that was how they closed it out. Up next now is Persecutia, because Room 9 was just a minute 19-second instrumental, which I believe was there. But you know what? Even then, it had that frantic build to it. It had a bit of more of a frenetic pace. Now we've gone back to a nice kind of slower mid-tempo riff. One thing I've noticed about Derev, you know, maybe they're not fast or bombastic on their instruments, but they really know how to bring the groove. Now we've got ourselves some keyboard in the mix. But you know, these few songs in, I can absolutely see why they would view Stan as the backbone with the bass, because, you know, it really does help propel the music forward. I just want to briefly see. Oh yeah. That's the downside of being blind when you do this. Because, you know, I wanted to make sure I was right with what I was saying. Now we're gonna go to another. Oh, a little bass noodling. That's cool. I really enjoy that. This kind of has a bit of a jam vibe to it, but you know what? It's a nice way to break up, you know, the songs that had more difficult subject matter, and almost has that little bit of a reprieve, maybe before things get heavier again, lyric-wise. So I like how they did that. And you know what? Why not just let the instrumentation shine with a longer instrumental section or track here? Oh, I love that keyboard section. It's subtle, but I really... Oh, no, got ran over there. Poor Colin McKay. Again, it's got that 70s prog style element to it as well. I have no idea what happened there. Meaning in the game, not the song. This here actually reminds me more of the 70s prog stylings of Opeth, which is really cool too, because I'm one of the few people that can appreciate that. Shout out to the Opeth album Sorceress in particular. Kind of just an abrupt end there, but a very nice instrumental indeed. We now move on to, for me, what introduced me to Derev, the song Tides of Time. Okay! Wow, I turned something out of nothing on that one. This almost has a bit of a singer-songwriter vibe in the intro here. You know, I can picture playing this, you know, on an acoustic, kind of sitting in your room, you know, having some quiet time to reflect. That's the thing, when I first heard it, I mean, this song is beautiful. I actually do playlists with my wife. So this is a song I had to show her as one of those playlist sessions. Has a very mournful blues sound to it as well. Yeah, it left me blind, alright. Sorry. I have to kind of joke about that. Just being the visually impaired gamer, of course, right? But no, I love this song. I really do.
A place so far away, bound you here to stay, trapped inside your own shell.
Well, that driver was nice.
A light that paved the way, faded, gone astray, left you all alone, holding on to the tides of time. You're on your own, holding on to the shadow life inside your head, captive to a silhouette. Let the rain wash away the scars of memories.
It was the chorus that got me here, too.
Tearing you apart. Let the rain wash away the scars of memories. Echo in your heart, tearing you apart.
And see, right there, those are what I was saying in terms of the vocal sounds that kind of remind me of Serge Tankian or Serge from System of a Down, if you're not familiar with the solo work. And you know what? I really enjoy that. And I know I had mentioned the band Soen. I hear that in the vocals as well. Which, of course, is never a bad thing because I've enjoyed Soen quite a bit.
Deep within your fear lies your closure. The pain you hold so dear will soon be over. The past you kept confined lingers in your mind. It's time to leave it all behind. Let the rain wash away the scars of memories, echo in your heart, tearing you apart. Let the rain wash away the scars of memories, echo in your heart, tearing you apart.
And I like that the bass and the drums pick up in this section. And just this really nice, smooth solo over top. Oh, you know what? I was hoping I would have got hit in midair there, but what can you do? Oh, I kind of botched that. Just kind of stuck on the board there, too. Yeah, shout out to Tides of Time. I absolutely love that song. Just beautifully melancholic. There's what sounds like some Middle Eastern influence in the drumming here. Really like the sound of this for the intro. This is Dark Self. Or Darker Self, excuse me. And I mean, I'm sure we all have a darker self, so again, it's very relatable with the song titles and the lyrics as you combat various forms of mental illness, because, you know what, I'm sure we all have episodes of anxious moments even, or depressive moments, or we've all been able to experience loss in some way. Those feelings are very universal, so I'm happy to hear that there are bands, you know, that devote themselves to tackling these issues through their music. And like I say, in the instrumentation and in the vocals and the lyrics, Derev has done a fantastic job in doing that.
And shake the dust of your shoulders of steel, callous fingertips. It's been a while since you were needed here.
You know, here even reminds me a little bit of the Tea Party, which is kind of neat because it's a band I've grown up enjoying ever since I was a kid.
Monster forced to hide our darker self, we paralyze.
Yeah, sometimes we have to paralyze our darker selves, right?
Been suppressed for far too long. Pushed down in silence without a
first guitar part sounds very brooding, but with a song called Darker Self, it makes perfect sense. Oh, I just missed it! Thought I was gonna go smack, like, right as that car was going by.
The night in darkness cast aside. My world decays while you live on. Without you I've been pushed around. My hollowed bones are filled with doubt. In my darkest hour I need your fire.
There's another one of those really smooth solos that goes along.
When the world is
The bass and the
pulled
drums
beneath my
perfectly.
feet, misled, I'm carried down in the deep. When they blatantly lie through their teeth, won't you set it all on fire?
Oh, I got the glitch with somebody else. I'm so used to doing that with just my character that I always use whenever I play Skate with friends, which is Jason Dill. So I'm kind of happy that I was able to glitch with someone else. Oh, there's another really nice, smooth solo. As Colin goes off the traffic light. And there's some more of the beautiful incorporation of Middle Eastern elements in the guitar.
In my darkest hour, set the
Hold on, right on.
fire. In my darkest hour, take me higher. In my darkest hour, set the fire. In my darkest hour, take me higher.
Wow, that outro is fantastic. I have to say, I think "Darker Self" is probably my favorite song on the album thus far on initial listen, because there's just so much going on. It's really captured the elements of a lot of the previous songs, and it's got some heavy elements to it as well. And now we're going to close things out with a song called "A Trace Within." I like that it's kind of got a bit of a quiet intro to build things up.
Found your trace, carved in stone, forsaken, cast away. The night it goes. Beneath the dust and smoke, I heard you cry.
The instrumentation gives off again in that, kind of lonely, melancholic vibe.
Do I sing this song? Through somber roads I walk 1,000 miles to feel your walk pass me by.
And again, has that kind of sad, bluesy sound to it. So definitely, if you're a fan of blues rock, 70s prog, or even, you know, modern progressive rock, progressive metal, don't sleep on this album. Troubled Mind by Derev is fantastic. I've really enjoyed my time going through this. I know maybe the game, playing skate, doesn't really pair with this. Oh! Like there's almost there's a guest feature, female vocalist. This has a bit of an electronic element to it. Kind of reminds me a bit of Portishead. Wow, this is beautiful. Now we have Armando's vocals coming back in. I like that there's the male and female duet to play off of each other in that section. That was really surprising. I wasn't expecting that. Like this incorporation of piano really elevates the mood of the song.
Deep within the sea of sorrow, I'm drowning still. Time heals the wounds of your loss, but the scars remain.
Yeah, that's very true. Time does heal the wounds, but the scars do remain. That's a beautiful encapsulation, you know, of experiencing loss. A very minimalist instrumentation here.
Back again to easy pain.
Just Armando's vocals
Call your
and
name.
piano.
Come back again.
And to simply say "come back again" to close things out. What a beautiful record. I mean, I was blown away. And like I say, with the exception of Tides of Time, this was my initial listen to this record, and it truly moved me, you know, with the instrumentation, but most of all, the vocal performances and the very poignant and heartfelt lyrics. That's actually the biggest thing, is the lyrics for me, because a lot of it is very relatable to me, and that's what makes me appreciate it. So, you know, I will suggest it to anyone who's a fan of progressive rock, anybody who likes 70s prog, bands like I had mentioned, the, I guess, non-growl version of Opeth, bands like Catatonia, Anathema, even, you know, bands like System of a Down or Serge Tankian, the Tea Party, as I suggested previously, or even as I mentioned as well multiple times, the Swedish progressive rock band Soen, or the rock band for Pattern Seeking Animals. Definitely a very enjoyable listen, even though it definitely moved me and made me, you know, go through those feelings of melancholy, loss, sadness. But you know what? It was also cathartic. And I feel that that's what the band was going for. So, highly recommend this to anybody who's a fan of progressive rock or wanting something that's, very emotive and powerful with a great message. Definitely check out Troubled Mind by Derev. Thank you once again to Armando for allowing me to react to this album live and stream it to you guys here on YouTube and Twitch. And I will be providing links once this goes up to YouTube to purchase the album on Bandcamp, just like I have, as well as Derev's YouTube channel, which was suggested by Armando. I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987, and once again, this has been a live reaction to the fantastic album Troubled Mind by Derev. I hope you all have a fantastic Friday, and thank you all for tuning in.